Yeah, we've got to get the shade tree cleaned up around here. Get it organized. It's getting kind of cluttered with all these projects, but we'll kind of do a walk around and talk about some of the projects, and we'll post. This is upcoming projects that we've got to get done around here. We'll be rebuilding this Kawasaki FD 620D. It's in a Kawasaki Mule 4010. We've already got it torn down. It was leaking oil all over. The guy said he had actually rented the oil, locked the engine up, managed to break it free and just keep driving it, but it was pouring oil out. And the crank seal is gone. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's a bearing, but it's more of a bushing than a real bearing. Anyways, it's out of it, so we will be tearing that apart. And he wants to go ahead and put rings and bearings and everything all in it. Then we got the old John Deere 265 over there. Need to finish a motor swap on it. It's for a good buddy of mine. Got the little Chevy tracker. I think it broke a timing chain. We'll be pulling the head on it and seeing what's up with it. Got some more friends. I've got this Dixon Grizzly 0-turn that we will be tearing into. Like I said, it's been a few years since it was running, so I don't really know what we're going to be getting into on it. Of course, we've got my little Gravely. We'll be tearing into it and doing at least a camshaft, push rods, head gaskets, and maybe a head. It just depends on what the head looks like when we get it tore off. Otherwise, it seems like a pretty good running mowing machine. We've got some more friends of ours, Suburban, sitting down there at the Colorado. I got a couple little things to finish up on it. It's listed for sale. They're wanting to try and sell it. They were going to take it to Idaho with them, but circumstances have changed, and they just want to try and sell it now, so we'll be finishing it out and trying to get it listed. Of course, we've got the little Hustler project. It's actually up running and mowing. Engine smokes just a little bit, but overall runs pretty good. The left-hand hydro motor is a little bit weak. I mowed with it for about an hour and it doesn't quit pulling, but it is weak. We've got an old Deere trimmer. I'm not exactly 100% sure what we're going to do with it. I know I want to get the motor up that has good compression, so I'd like to get it up and running. The actual trimmer needs a lot of work, a whole lot of work. Needs the deck re-welded. Got a bent rim. Something in the clutch assembly for the rear drive axle is not working properly. So we may be using that motor on something else. Of course, we've still got the little bulldozer. Been back to work on it a little bit. We've just had a whole lot going on and haven't been able to get back to it. We got a starter rebuild kit, or a rebuilt starter, actually ordered in at a guy at a town just up from us here a little ways. He does a good job on starters. So we'll be doing that, and then the local hydraulic shop said he'd cut us a deal on replacing all the hydraulics, so we need it back on the road. I'm ready to actually put it to work right now. We've just been too busy to to work on it, but hopefully things have changed. Got a little John Deere, it's an LX 176 that we'll have a video coming out on it. The motor on it runs phenomenal. Low hours, tight sounding little motor. But we're going to be dropping the fuel tank out, cleaning it good. I think that's all it needs. Otherwise, it seems like it ran good. I think they said there was an electrical issue that when you engage the deck, it shut the engine off. So we'll be diagnosing that and fixing it. There's an old Craftsman DYT 4000 that the motor runs good on it. It just needs the carburetor. We're gonna rebuild the carburetor on it and then put the deck back up under it. It's my neighbor's. Got an old garden tiller. It's been sitting here for quite a while. Well, it's not been here, but it's been sitting for probably 4 years since the last time it ran. We're gonna be getting it up and running. And then there's another Craftsman sitting up there by the Hustler. It's a GT 5000, I believe. And we're trying to decide on it whether just to pull the motor off and put on something else, or go through the trouble of getting it back up and going. It had a busted drive belt, and then I either need to go back and pick the deck up if we're gonna put it back on the rotation of usable equipment, or just get rid of it, or just use the motor on something else. We'll have to decide. Of course, we've got this little 8N that we got picked up. I have not done anything with it. We will be seeing what it takes to get it going. I know it's got water in the oil. Don't even know if the motor turns over, so we'll have to go from there, but we'll be doing that in a 8N rebuild series coming up. But it's in pretty good shape body wise. Needs a good cleaning, but looks like it's all there. Somebody has converted it to a 12-volt system. Like I said, I haven't dug into it. I don't know how good, bad, anything like that. It's got good rubber, even though some of the tires are flat, the rubber looks good. It does have a PTO seal out of it. So we'll have to see what that's gonna take. I have to loosen the hood latch. It is on backwards. I saw a few of them like that, but I don't know. For some reason that just rubs me wrong. So we'll be getting that turned around. Fuel tank. I don't know if you can see in there. Definitely got some rust in it, so we'll be taking it and doing an electrolysis treatment on it, and then maybe red coating it. And like I said, we have to find out why it's mixing oil and water, whether it's a cracked block, cracked head, blown head gasket. It's hard to say. I'm hoping it's just a blown head gasket. I've had a lot of people tell me in the past that these things will not mix water when they blow a head gasket because it's a flat head with a internal cam and blah 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 blah. But I've been using these little tractors for 35 plus years, and we've had more than one of them blow a head gasket and cause it to mix antifreeze. So I don't know what to tell them. But like I said, I hadn't even tried this one. I don't know if the motor's locked up. I don't know anything about it. So we may pull the Suburban around here and put some jumper cables on it and see if the little thing spins over. The guy that we got it from said that he never could get it to run, and he thought the compression was low on it and said it needed rings. But we will find out, and if we have to rebuild it, we may. I may end up selling the other 8N that is doing garden and hay duty. It's sitting down there in the field right now. We may end up selling it to fund rebuilding this one. And we may take this one and do it, tear it all the way down, completely rebuild the motor, go through the lift. The clutch in it is definitely spongy, to say the least. There's not enough adjustment left in it to take that out of it, so it's going to take a clutch and everything. And I have ticks getting me. It's been a horrible year for ticks. Tick granules did not seem to work this year. Tick spray did not work this year. I don't know what's up with the ticks, but they're pretty bad. Just pan out here. Guys that were doing our hay, they've been out. Anyways, they have made a lot of hay. They've already got it hauled off the other field. Mostly. There's a few bales left down there, but they've got the whole river bottom done otherwise. Anyway, that's just a short list of some of the stuff coming up. There's more stuff in it than just that, but that's what we'll be doing. But right now, I'm going to start cleaning up from the Hustler lawnmower engine swap. I'll get all this packed up, sorted out, put back in the storage shed, and then